So this is basically a part 2 to a video called Locked Consciousness. It will be out later. I've made like 3 videos now that I haven't even touched, but it's just because so many interesting things keep happening. I'm kind of getting excited. Okay. So in that video I speak about locked consciousness. I'm going to be using that term. So if you don't really understand locked consciousness right now, I will probably explain it as I go through this, but if you don't know the term, there's going to be a video dedicated completely to it. You can go watch that. But okay, can we see the important part? Yes, we can. Okay. So I went in for a little job interview today, and I had this experience with locked consciousness where it felt like part of my consciousness was still in that dream. I can't see you. Still in that dream of being in my other full-time job. I'm gonna go back up. And I didn't enjoy it. I didn't like it at all. And so a part of my consciousness was still suffering there. When I entered this job for this interview, I started acting, well, not acting, I didn't move at all. I started thinking and feeling completely irrational. I felt like I was still at that job, and emotionally and mentally I was like, I gotta get out of here. I can't be here. I have to meditate. I have to do what I love. I just have to do what I love. So I left. No, I didn't. I got freaking fired, dude. I was too expensive. That's literally what freaking told me. But my consciousness was locked there. I was still suffering, and a trigger was enough to make it feel like I was there. Well, enough to make my physical body feel like it was there. So I just kind of did a body scan physically. Why was I freaking out? It's in the foundation meditation thing. It's linked in my description. But emotionally, I was also freaking out. Mentally, I was freaking out. So I asked myself, why? Why am I so tense? That makes no sense. Well, it's because my muscles are really tense. Why are they tense? How do I feel emotionally? Ooh, I'm really stressed. Why do I feel so stressed? Then mentally, I just start scanning my thoughts. And the thoughts are just like, because it's coming. Because I don't, I'm gonna block out those names. I can't say the names. So I realized that physically my body was living that moment. Even speaking now, the memories are getting really intense, so physically it feels like I'm there. I have a hard time talking. But I was locked. Consciously, I was locked in that job still. So I brought myself back. Because I'm meditating on my floor, and I'm about to share a really cool story about why muscles get sore for way longer than they need to be. I think I just found a title. And so my muscles were what? They were flexing. I calmed myself down, my muscles relaxed, they shrank back to their normal size, and I stopped being so tight and pain. It was like putting myself in a casket. It felt so bad how tense my muscles were getting on a deep level. Like, so that is locked consciousness. Your consciousness being stuck in a point in time that isn't now. And you have to bring yourself out of it. You need to bring yourself in the now, because that's how you make the decisions that change your life for the better. Now is the only thing that you can interact with to make your life better. But if your body, here's an example. Yeah, I just took a nap, and I just filmed one of the videos of the 4, and I got up and I realized that my shins hurt. They freaking hurt. Yes, I walked a lot more than I normally do. My shins, when I went to go stretch them, I just started getting memories of being out there on the road just walking, and thinking like, holy cow, this could be like a new job. I need to really consider if I want to do this or not. And that tension at that moment, mixed with the walking, the stress moved down to my shins. So I got a lot of it when I was in the foundation practice at the store when I realized I was still in locked consciousness. And I didn't get all of it. And so you have to be really aware with your body, because your hips can be somewhere. Your thighs are definitely somewhere else. Your face is somewhere else. Where are your eyes? Why do you keep darting around so much? You're not in the present moment. You're freaking out over something. Whenever someone can't look at you in the eye, their consciousness isn't there. But doing something else. Or when you make eye contact with someone, you stress them out. And you can watch them kind of break in front of you because their thoughts start going somewhere else. It isn't now, so they feel in danger, and it makes them feel so stressed out to be in the limelight. And you just stay calm, and you just show them so much love. And their body will relax right in front of you. You'll have a new friend every single time. And you're honest with them. And when you want to leave, you want to leave because you're like, alright, this isn't being very fun anymore. And then you go. But sometimes it's great. And then you meet people, it's just like, well, it's kind of weird. We haven't broken eye contact for a while. Oh, man. So if you pay attention to this video, I started massaging my leg. And the reason for that is because I already stretched out my shins and my calves. And then I was like, oh, this is too cool. I have to record. And no, I'm here. So yeah, just kind of pay attention to when your awareness isn't in the now. And it can be something simple. That was a pretty extreme one. As simple as just craving food. Like if you ordered Panda Express a while ago, and then you had a really good meal, it was a great meal, and 5 months later, you're sitting down, and you're like, I want to order some Chinese. I want to order some pad thai, something like that. This is coming from the guy who actually really enjoyed pad thai. I was doing really good, and then I just started eating pad thai like, I've had noodles for like 2 days. Yeah, too much. Nah, it was like 3. So bad. But I'm really doing good now. No, I'm not. I had a grapefruit. The way to stop talking about that. But 5 months later, you want to order some Chinese. It's because your gut is living in that moment of having Chinese. Your gut's like a second brain. Really, look that up. Your gut's like a second brain. Has a lot of power over you. And so, suddenly your body's salivating. It's hungry, it's ready, let's go, let's freaking do this. And you're studying for math class. Where is food? Where is food? You're so far from the cafeteria, where is food? And next thing you know, that quadratic formula is starting to look real scrumptious. You'll just start using that to pleasure yourself. However, since you're so associated with the body, since your body's salivating, you're like, I'm not even hungry, but God, I guess I got some food. Ooh, it sounds good. Ooh, Chinese. Right? That's normally how people think. But if you pay attention, you'll just go, why is my body salivating? Where am I right now? And you scan yourself mentally. After this point, sometimes emotions, they're good to figure out some stuff, but you kind of just want to go to the thought. For me, I find the thought's always the most accurate thing. However, it's the most precise thing. So if you need to break it down from, why am I salivating right now? To, oh, I feel pleasurable, but this pleasure doesn't feel right with the current moment. And then you go into the thought and your body's like, oh my God, this food's so good. That's an example of how it would go. And at that point, you break yourself out of lack consciousness. You break yourself out of that loop, that dreamlike state that so many people live in. Because you're not aware and you just go with whatever the body's reacting to, you're screwed. That is a walking zombie. And I'm not even trying to be mean. I'm just speaking the truth. That is what happens when you're at the whim, when you're in a dreamlike state. It's like being in a dream, being unaware that you're in a dream. It's so dangerous. Because you can do some pretty cool things by accident. But what about those moments when you're freaking out? What about those moments where it feels like life's about to end? If you look back, every action that you did led you up to that moment. And you weren't even being aware. You kind of knew in the back of your head that that was a bad decision, but I'm just gonna go react to it. I guess so. I guess I just need to eat the whole pizza. And suddenly you're at the whim of the gut. Not you, the gut. What does the gut want to do? And then that's dangerous. So it's like in a dream. You gotta become aware. And that's what breaking out of lack consciousness does to your muscles. They're more relaxed. They're much more relaxed. Whew. But sometimes, man, I feel like feeling my bones. That's where you got to get you in deep, because you can do deep tissue with this type of stuff if you can go slow enough. You have to go slow. It's like touching a scared animal. But yeah, that is. Your muscles are sore. They shouldn't be sore for that long. Really, they shouldn't. And if you have good circulation, they definitely shouldn't. And if you stretch, you definitely shouldn't. Okay.